Hey, thanks for coming and welcome to Words International. Before we start this podcast, I want to tell you something. You're an extraordinary person. In this podcast, you will come to know that how positive affirmations reprogram the brain through the RAS. Let me tell you something powerful. Your brain has a built-in feature that literally decides what you notice. In this podcast, you will come to know that how positive affirmations reprogram the brain through the RAS. Let me tell you something powerful. Your brain has a built-in feature that literally decides what you notice, what you ignore, and ultimately what becomes your reality. It is called the Reticular Activating System or RAS. And when you understand how it works, positive affirmation suddenly stops sounding like fluff and starts sounding like neuroscience. The reticular activating system is highly relatable in personal life because it acts as your brain's personal assistant, filtering through millions of bits of data to show you only what you have deemed important. The most common example is deciding to buy a specific item like a red sports car or a certain pair of shoes and suddenly seeing it everywhere. They were always there. Your RAS simply started tagging them as relevant instead of filtering them out as background noise. And the next thing is the cocktail party effect. In a loud, crowded room, you can ignore dozens of conversations, but the moment someone says your name, you snap to attention. Your RAS is pre-programmed to prioritize your name as critical data, allowing it to pierce through the noise. And the next thing is reinforcing your self image. The RAS filters the world to match your internal narrative, the positive loop. If you believe you are a lucky person or a problem solver, your RAS will actively scan your environment for opportunities and solutions that others might miss. But if your belief is negative, I'm bad at public speaking, your RAS highlights the one person yawning and ignores the 10 people nodding and smiling. This is where affirmations come in. Affirmations are not magic, they are commands sent directly to your RAS. They are instructions. When you repeat, I am confident, I am worthy, I attract opportunities, your brain begins to treat those statements as important tags. It starts noticing reasons, evidence, and experiences that match them. That means affirmations slowly rewrite your internal search filter. Once your RIS filters new information, your thoughts shift. Shifted thoughts create different emotions, and different emotions lead to new behaviors. New behaviors produce new results. Your brain is always filtering your reality. The only question is whether it's filtering it based on your fears or your intentions. Positive affirmations are simply a tool to retune that filter. Not to fake confidence, but to train your brain to look for the version of you that you are becoming. Let me tell you one story. There is a person, Arjun. He is quite smart, works hard, the kind of guy who always shows up early, does everything right, but still never gets noticed. One day, his company announced a big promotion. Everyone was excited, and honestly, Arjun thought maybe, just maybe, this could be his chance. But the next morning, he came to office and saw someone else's name on that board. His heart dropped. But what hurt more wasn't the rejection, it was the thought that slapped him immediately after. Of course, they didn't pick me. I'm not leadership material. That sentence became the sentence that controlled his life. Later that week, Arjun's manager said something that shook him. You never speak up, you never take lead. We didn't even know you wanted the promotion. Arjun walked home confused. He did want to grow, he did have ideas, so why wasn't he showing it? That night, confused, frustrated, angry at himself, he met an old friend who simply asked him, Arjun, do you know your brain has a filter that decides what you notice? Arjun laughed. Filter? What filter? And his friend said, it's called the RAS, the Reticular Activating System. And right now, yours is filtering out your entire potential. His friend explained, you know how when you think of buying a red bike, you suddenly see it everywhere. Oh, or how in a noisy wedding hall your ears magically catch your name from across the room. Or how once you believe you are bad at something, you only notice the moments that prove it. That's the RAS, he said. It filters reality to match what you believe. Then he dropped the bomb. So, if you believe you're not leadership material, your RAS hides every opportunity that could prove you wrong. Arjun froze. Every moment where he stayed quiet, every opportunity he failed to notice, every compliment he brushed off, every idea he never said. It was not lack of talent, it was his RAS doing its job perfectly. His friend told him, your RAS is like your phone's algorithm. It shows you more of what you search for and hides what you ignore. Right now, your brain is searching for I'm not capable, I'm not good enough, I shouldn't speak. Change the search term and you change the results. How do I change it? Arjun asked. His friend smiled. Start with affirmations. Arjun rolled his eyes. Bro, positive affirmation, that sounds fake. His friend said, no, you're not lying to yourself. You're giving new instructions to your brain. And he gave him three sentences. The first one, I am worthy of being seen. Second thing, my ideas matter. Third one, I step up even when I feel nervous. Repeat this every morning, he said, and watch how your world changes. Because you will start noticing things you were blind to earlier. The next day at work, something tiny happened. His boss said, anyone has suggestions? As usual, Arjun's body froze, but this time his RAS whispered back, you're worthy of being seen. His hand lifted, not fully, just a little, but it lifted. For the first time in 3 years, everyone turned. His boss said, yes, Arjun. He said one small idea, and everyone nodded. A tiny shift, but a massive internal victory. Over the next few weeks, he noticed compliments he used to ignore. He noticed tasks that matched his strengths. He noticed chances to lead small things because now his RAS was trying to look for proof he is capable, not proof he is lacking. Affirmations were not magic, they were rewiring. 6 months later, he wasn't louder, he wasn't arrogant, he wasn't a different person. He was the same Arjun, but with a different filter. A filter that highlighted opportunities, solutions, confidence, leadership moments. And guess what? The next time the promotion board came out, it had his name. Not because he became someone new, but because he finally began seeing the version of himself that always excited. His RA stopped hiding his potential. His affirmation started revealing it. So, if you have ever felt unseen, unheard, or overlooked, maybe it's not the world, maybe it's your filter. Your reticular activating system is always listening. It believes whatever you repeat, it searches for whatever you tell it to search for. Change your affirmations, change your filter, and your life will follow.